Right, this is our Tallis TV pitch by Jack Bennett, Elliott and Jack Cox. What our episode will include. We were thinking of some features that we could include, and one of them was Jack's facts, which will be...
ants have the biggest brain in proportion to their body size of all animals.
That's one fact. There will be many more. I don't know what one there will be. Another feature we will include is multicultural tallis. Basically, we have a lot of students and teachers at this school that can speak other languages and come from different cultures. So we're basically going to get them to maybe speak in a different language and maybe say something about tallis, what they enjoy, what they don't like, something like that. Who to look out for in the Olympics? Usain Bolt, of course. We've got different features in that, and also we'll look at some big sports stars in the Olympics, as well as songs from the recent fashion show that we've done for our multi-cam unit, and finally extreme sports with Tom. Jack's facts. Jack's facts will consist of Jack Bennett telling one fact for the time slot that he has. He's allocated, and this fact is yet to be disclosed, but it will be fun, maybe. I don't know if you'll like it. This feature will be about a minute long, but it's not all in one lump of the feature, so we might do a beginning of the fact, and then halfway through maybe do a second bit of the fact, and the final bit. So it's kind of cut up into one, so it keeps it interesting and fresh. Multicultural tallis will consist of various students as well as teachers speaking different languages, as I said, to show the wide variety of culture that this school has within it. Like I said, getting teachers to talk different languages as well as students. Who to look out for in the Olympic Games. This section of the show will include different Olympic stars that to look out for, of course, in the coming Olympics. This will include a little bio of the athlete, what they like, their name, their date of birth, what country they represent, things like that. As well as the video of their finest moments. This will include athletes such as Tom Daley, Usain Bolt, and Chris Hoy. Jack, if you want to go to the... So this is just a little bit that we might put in of Usain Bolt smashing the world record Olympics.
Also, we've considered the various copyright sort of laws. We've done some research into the sort of laws that go into community television. So I'm not sure what the exact copyright laws for this specific clip would be, but we'll find them out and potentially use this clip for
the section of the show. Songs from the recent fashion show. As I said before, our multi-cam unit that we've done, we filmed, and different live bands and things like that. It will include songs we picked to show Come a Chameleon, as personally it was our favourite song in the whole show, and obviously it's going to show some models and different sections from that. Check in this one.
Okay. Extreme Sports with Tom is a section where Tom goes over specifically rock climbing, which is one of he's got an instructor's license for it. So it would be of him sort of talking about that. He's also made us a video which we helped to organise for us to use in that segment. We had to get him to do a release agreement for the footage. We had to do write a planning form for him and everything to sort of get some pre-production in for that little video that he made for us, which was good.
This is our Gantt chart. It's basically our schedule of things we plan to accomplish by certain deadlines. For example, the research part of it, the pitch, which we have today, the call sheet and things like that. It's all marked out on this, so we know where we stand at, and if we are reaching our goal for deadlines and obviously other things like that. Our budget sheet. This is all of our budget that we plan to use in our thing. Our total was £6,592.76. This was all of our equipment that we need to use for our actual show. We also did a questionnaire which we haven't had feedback on yet, but we have developed it and we're planning to get feedback very soon. Our primary research, right here we have some quantitative data of some Year 9s and below that know about Tallis TV. We asked them. Only 4 knew out of 20, and 16 they didn't know what the show was, what it included, and things like that. We also have other primary data, as well as secondary research and qualitative data, such as research on previous shows and other ideas on the MindMaster, which Jack would like to go to now.
Okay, well, I made this mind mice to sort of put a bit more detail into the sort of the different segments that we'd be putting into the show. For example, multicultural tallis, a segment dedicated to showing the multicultural community within the school. That goes with the whole idea of the school's ethos and how we need to sort of go with that, because that's one of the sort of, if you go down to the rules and regulations bit, let's keep going down. Across. Anyway, somewhere on there, there's in this giant mind mice, there's a lot of, so I did a lot of research on the different kind of rules of community television that you can do. I think it's their overview, such as the Borough of Greenwich. They like to they put in community television. It's a required sort of thing to have subtitles for the hearing impaired, which means that our episode will have to have subtitles. Also, also it needs to abide by the school and its ethos, like that whole multicultural tallis thing. It sort of encourages multiculturalism, and our episode also must promote equality and diversity. We must consider the reputation of the school during the sort of episode, and make sure we don't say the wrong things or to upset Mr. Parker. So that's yeah.
The strengths of Tallis TV and our episodes. It keeps students connected as well as updated through a broadcast, so the broadcast can tell them of different things like activities and events coming up. New students that are thinking of attending Tallis can view some facts and information that the episodes contain if they'd like to join the school and things like that.
And the opportunity to learn new skills in case the if our, any part of the new Tallis TV sort of encourages a student to join some sort of after-school activity that could get them to learn new skills.
It's produced and run by students, so therefore, again, you know, it's very artistic and creative in that sense.
A chance to advertise and find out about the activities and events around the school, which sort of gets people interested in sort of the different activities that you can get into outside of school, perhaps leading to different hobbies.
Weakness of Tallis TV. Not many people know of its existence. Like our primary research showed from the students in Year 9 below, only 4 out of 20 students actually knew about the Tallis TV, and only 2 of them actually knew what it contained and what it was about. It is viewed as quite boring by students as well. Like the 4 that did know it said they've watched an episode and they didn't find it particularly interesting or appeal to their needs.
There's not enough advertising for the actual sort of Tallis TV programme for it to have many viewers. So sort of putting perhaps posters up around the school, maybe getting sort of word of mouth kind of advertising out.
Continuity in terms of crew, location and presenters, because every week there can't always be the same crew, the same presenters, the same locations. So therefore the continuity in the show actually changes from week to week, which can be viewed as bad and negative, but in some ways, you know, that's the way it's run because it's run by students.
Also, the quality of the footage is highly dependent on who's behind the camera. So if the person behind the camera isn't very good at working that camera, then the footage can be quite bad.
Opportunities. This show will give opportunities for both students and teachers to advertise activities and events throughout the school and around the school community.
It attracts students from primary schools to attend this secondary school, so sort of it means more students to the school, more money to the school.
It gives more information and then they can decide from there type thing. Thank you for watching, and would you like any questions?